read 8 there.
Read John 10 and 7.
St. John chapter 10, verse 7.
Because Hamashiach Yahushua said in verse 1, St. John 10 and 1, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same as a thief and a robber. So he tells us in verse 7, who is the door? Read.
Then said Hamashiach unto them again, verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep.
So he's the door of the sheep. See? Go ahead.
All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them.
See, his true sheep did not hear them. But a lot of you that fell for these pork-chop-eating preachers and the doctrine that they were dealing with, you fell for thieves and robbers. Verse 2.
But he that entered in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep.
Yeah, he that entered in by Hamashiach Yahushua is the shepherd of the sheep. Read.
To him the porter openeth.
Opening up the door. He'll be at the door. The doorman going to open it up. Read.
And the sheep hear his voice.
And the sheep hear his voice. Read.
And he calleth his sheep.
His own.
He calleth his own sheep by name.
He calleth his own sheep by name. Read.
And leadeth them out.
And leadeth them out. Come on.
And when he putteth forth his own sheep.
When he putteth forth his own sheep, read.
He goeth before them. And he and the sheep follow him. For they know his voice.
See? The sheep follow him because they know his voice. Read.
And a stranger will they not follow.
See, a stranger they will not follow. Some of you don't follow strangers. Some of you might be still following strangers, not really knowing that you've been led in a proper way, but you try and look at over here, look at over there, look at everywhere, and you're going where they're not really having the foundation of a Mashiach Yahushua. They haven't been led into the door. This is very key. That's why you hear me say we're Mashiachim. Everybody's not Mashiachim. I don't care if you come around or you this, that, and the third, whatever. Everybody's not Mashiachim. You're not understanding this. No matter where you are in the world, you got to hear this is spiritual. Why do you think he spoke in parables? Why do you think he just spoke it so you just read it and understand it? Because he don't want everybody to get this. He don't want everybody to be saved. Got to be somebody. We just read it in 2nd Ezra 9:22. Let the multitude perish then, that which was born in vain. What about them? You can't stop it. You can't stop it. Come on. Read.
And a stranger will they not follow.
A stranger they ain't going to follow. Read.
But will flee from him.
We're going to flee from him. Like, oh, no, I ain't feeling that. Read.
For they know not the voice of strangers.
They know not the voice of strangers. His sheep ain't going to know the voice of strangers. But some of you, you don't believe. Verse 26.
St. John chapter 10, verse 26. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep.
That's what he said. He said, you don't believe him because you're not of his sheep. Read.
As I said unto you.
As he said unto you. Read.
My sheep hear my voice, and I know them.
So he know his sheep. Read.
And they follow me.
We're going to follow a Mashiach Yahushua to be truly Mashiachim. Read.
And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish. Neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand.
Ain't nobody going to pluck his true sheep out of his hand. Why? Read.
My Father, which gave them me, is greater than all.
Hear that? He says, Father, the Most High, which gave us a Mashiach Yahushua. Read.
And no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand.
That's right. You say, the Most High, which gave us Hamashiach Yahushua, is greater than all. And no man is able to pluck us out of his hand, out of Hamashiach Yahushua's hand. Get Romans 8 and 35.
8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach Yahushua?
So who's going to separate us from the love of a Mashiach Yahushua? Read.
Shall tribulation?
It said who? Y'all checking this out? It said who? So who's going to call tribulation? It said who? These are spirits. Cause tribulation. Read.
Or distress?
Spirits cause distress. Read.
Or persecution?
Persecution. Read.
Or famine?
Famine. Read.
Or nakedness?
Nakedness. Read.
Or peril?
Or peril. Read.
Or sword?
Sword. Just going to keep you from, separate you from the love of a Mashiach Yahushua. Read.
As it is written.
It is written. Read.
For thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
So we are counted as sheep for the slaughter. We the Most High sheep, but he said we are counted as sheep for the slaughter, killed all day long, going through what we're going through. Read.
Nay, and all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
Nay, through all these things, all these spirits that come upon us, or get into people that try and have these things happen to us, we are conquerors through him that loved us, man. And we know who the Most High said he loved. We go right over the next page, Romans 9:13 says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved. Read.
For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come.
You see what he's, you got to understand in the spirit what he's saying. Because he said, first it said, who? Right? Who? Not what. Because he says he named it as a what. You see what I'm saying? It's a what. He said who. That's when he come back and say what? For I am persuaded that neither death, that's an angel, death, nor life, no matter what you're doing in your life, nor angels, see? Those are spirits. He calls his angel spirits, his spirits angels. Spirits, nor principalities, nor powers. These are the things that exist in our existence now. You see? That's called a who. It's like, who was it? You're looking for some man's name or some woman's name, you see? These angels, these spirits are all around. Principalities, read.
Nor power.
Nor powers, read.
Nor things present.
Nor things that's in our present existence, read.
Nor things to come.
Let you know that those things going to come in the future. Read.
Nor height.
No matter how high we go up in the sky, wherever, read.
Nor depth.
How low, deep we go into the earth, or how deep we go into the sea, read.
Nor any other creature.
Nor any other what?
Creature.
That's the who. Any other creature. Read.
Shall be able to separate us from the love of the Most High. And
which is
in Hamashiach Yahushua our power.
Which is in Bahasham Hamashiach Yahushua. In the name of the anointed Savior. Going to the Most High on our behalf. Nothing going to separate us. Should separate us from the love of Hamashiach Yahushua. Let nothing come and get Hosea. With all those spirits named, get Hosea 5 and 15. Those are spirits. You hear people all the time, them spirits. Them spirits, that's the who, them spirits dealing with you. Hosea 5 and 15. Hosea 5:15.
Hosea chapter 5 verse 15. I will go and return to my place.
So I said he's going to return to his place. Read.
Till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face.
We acknowledge how we have offended him and seek his face, man. Because he turned his back on us. And see, these nations know this. You think they're going to tell you the right way? Or any of the ones that's working for the nations, they're not going to tell you the right way. They ain't going to teach you the right way. then you're not going to learn the right way through them. They're never going to know the way of the Most High. Say, we offended him. Therefore, the world that we're in right now is what? Is wicked. It's wicked. And these nations know it, so therefore they're going to continue to have you be as he would have you be. Ezekiel 39 and 23. And this is why we got to seek his face.
Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 23. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity.
So we went into captivity for being righteous.
For their iniquity.
They don't say with their iniquity. We went into captivity for being righteous. We went into captivity, why?
For their iniquity.
For their iniquity. For our wickedness, being against the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. Read.
Because they trespassed against me.
We know that sin is a transgression of the law. We trespassed against the Most High. Read.
Therefore hid I my face from them.
That's why we got to seek his face, because the Most High hid his face from us. Read.
And gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword.
See? He gave us in the hand of our enemies. And so fell we all by the sword. Read.
According to their uncleanness and according to their transgression have I done unto them, and hid my face from them.
Right, so now when you read Hosea 5 and 15, you see why he's saying what he said. He hid his face from us. He turned his back on us. You see what your end going to be. Now let's read Hosea 5 and 15.
Hosea chapter 5, verse 15.
Right.
I will go and return to my place.
He said, I'm going to return to my place. Read.
Till they acknowledge their offense.
Till we acknowledge what?
Their offense.
How we have offended him. We got to acknowledge how we have offended him. And how do we do that? By coming back to righteousness. Coming back to righteousness. Read.
And seek my face.
And seek his face, because he said he hid his face from us for transgressing his laws. Read.
In their affliction, they will seek me early.
In our affliction, we're going to seek him early. It didn't say love, it said in our affliction, we're going to seek him early. Psalm 74. I want you to read verse 9.
Psalm chapter 74, verse 9. We see not our signs. There is no more any prophet. Neither is there among us any that knoweth how long.
See? Read.
O Most High, how long shall the adversary reproach? Shall the enemy blaspheme thy name forever?
See? This is what's happening. We don't see. We see not our signs. There is no more any prophet. That's why we're coming back to what we know now. That the wise men are going to shine and be illuminated, because at a time we was in this condition, in captivity, slavery, and bondage, where they destroyed us. Neither is there among us any that knoweth how long. O Most High, how long shall the adversary reproach? Shall the enemy disgrace us? Read. Shall the enemy blaspheme thy name forever? Are you going to allow them to blaspheme your name forever? Read.
Why withdrawest thou thy hand?
So why withdrawest thou thy hand? Bring a Mashiach Yahushua forth. Read.
Even thy right hand.
Here it is right here. Where Mashiach Yahushua go to? The right hand side of the Most High. He is known as a destroyer. So why withdraw thy hand? He didn't withdraw him. Even thy right hand, even a Mashiach Yahushua. Read.
Pluck it out of thy bosom.
So bring him out of thy bosom. Didn't the Mashiach Yahushua say that? I mean, come on, look at St. John 1 and 18.
St. John chapter 1, verse 18.
Said, pluck your right hand out of your bosom, right? Read.
No man has seen the Most High at any time.
No man has seen the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob at any time. Read.
The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father.
Which is where?
In the bosom of the Father.
Where?
In the bosom of the Father.
His right hand, pluck it out of thy bosom. This hip talk. But if you don't know, then how are you going to know? What did he say? Read it again.
No man has seen the Most High at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father. He has declared him.
So Mashiach Yahushua, the right hand of the Most High, we ask the Most High to pluck Mashiach Yahushua out of his bosom. Where's Mashiach Yahushua? In the bosom of the Father. He have declared the Most High. He's that right hand of the Most High. Just like Satan is the left hand. Most High got two hands, just like we got two hands. First Peter 1 and 12. First Peter 1 and 12.
First Peter chapter 1, verse 12. Unto whom it was revealed that not unto themselves, but unto us they did minister the things.
Not just to themselves, but they ministered to the people, the children of Israel. Those strangers, those Israelites that were in these different lands. Read.
Which are now reported unto you by them that have preached the gospel unto you with the Holy Spirit sent down from heaven, which things the angels desire to look into.
Yeah. Some things that the Holy Spirit has revealed even to us, because this is written for us, beyond what you're reading here about the ones that wrote it. They didn't see the things that we're able to see, unless we are those that are, that are here in the book, reincarnated, but we don't know. We don't know who that is, you see what I'm saying? But they desire, like I said, the angels desire to see the things that we're able to see. Which things the angels desire to look into. Read. Verse 13.
Wherefore, gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Hamashiach Yahushua.
He said, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind. Get your mind right. Be sober, be focused, and hope, have faith to the end for the grace. Get you something you don't deserve. That is to be brought unto you at the revelation, the revealing of Hamashiach Yahushua. Read.
As obedient children.
How are you going to be obedient if you don't follow the laws of the Most High? How are you going to be obedient and you thought the laws were done away with, who are you going to be obedient to? Be obedient to what? The law of this land? That's what they tell you under the law of the land, but you ain't got to follow the laws of the Most High, but you got to follow the law of the land. See? As obedient children, read.
Not fastening yourself according to the former lust.
See, you can't fashion yourself according to the former lust. Read.
In your ignorance.
So you remain the same, then you still ignorant. That's why I say you got to change. You got to become a new creature. You got to be born again. You got to become a new man. As obedient children, being obedient to the Most High. Not fashion yourself according to the former lust, how you used to be. It's all about change, man. Surely there's things that I know I used to do that I had to really change. I had to work on it. You know what I mean? It wasn't expedient, but I had to work on it. So I got rid of it. Let it go. Things I did, man, it was like, okay, well, and some things that I had just learned about, just started dealing with, cut it out. Let it go. They call cold turkey on everything. On this, that, whatever. The world, choo. Just got to, you have to. Or you remain ignorant. Don't care how much you think you know. If you still dealing with that same lust, you ignorant. That's what he says. In your ignorance, in your not knowing, read.
But as he which hath called you is holy.
He that hath called you, the Most High, call us. And he allow Mashiach Abishai to choose who he going to choose. Read.
So be ye holy in all manner of conversation.
So we got to be true and pure in all our conversation, all manner of conversation. Read.
Because it is written.
Because it is written. This is why. Read.
Be ye holy.
Be ye holy. Read.
For I am holy.
For I am holy. You want us to be holy. How are we going to be in the image of the Most High and be unholy? He said, be ye holy, for I am holy. How are you going to be in the image of the Most High and you filthy McNasty? We just read about that. If you unjust, remain unjust. If you filthy, remain filthy. But if you holy, remain holy and true to what it is that the Most High has called you and that the Mashiach Abishai can choose you. We could be chosen by him and live forever and ever and ever, man, and rock this world the way it's supposed to be rocked in righteousness. You know what I mean? Yeah, be happy and joyous forever and ever and ever. Revelation 6 and 10. Revelation 6 and 10.
Revelation chapter 6, verse 10.
Prophet don't know how long, but let's read this.
And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Most High, holy and true?
See, there it is. They cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Most High, holy and true? Read.
Doest thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
Hear that? So they crying. Dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell where?
On the earth.
On the earth, right here on this earth. Read.
And white robes.
Now verse 9.
And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High.
Hear that? They were slain for what?
The word of the Most High.
No, they were slain for just going out there talking about we are somebody.
For the word of the Most High.
Or saying that you ain't got to follow the laws of the Most High.
For the word of the Most High.
They were slain for the word of the Most High with this Bible, going precept upon precept, showing them the understanding of this word. They were slain for the word of the Most High, crying to the Most High. Read.
And for the testimony which they held.
And for the testimony which they held. Since we're in Revelation, go to Revelation, the 14th chapter. In the 12th verse.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints.
Here is the patience of the saints. Read. And the saints are the 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Hamashiach Yahushua.
There it is. Patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Hamashiach Yahushua. That's what this is all about. Keeping the commandments and having the faith of Hamashiach Yahushua. Go to Revelation 22. Start at verse 12.
Revelation chapter 22, verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be.
So he's going to give every man according to as his work shall be. He's coming to reward those that are righteous and to condemn those that are unrighteous, that don't want to do what he say do. Read.
I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last.
That's right. He's Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Read.
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
But I thought we wasn't out of the commandments, pork chop eating preachers. What did he say?
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
We only got a few verses before it's the end of the Bible. It's over. And where we at in the New Testament? What did he say?
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Blessed are they that do his commandments. Read.
That they may have the right to the tree of life.
That they may have right to the tree of life to live forever and ever and ever. Read.
And may enter in through the gates into the city.
It may enter into the gates into the city. You're going to have 3 tribes of Israel on each gate. North, south, east, and west. Which makes up the 12 tribes of Israel. What's going to be without the gates? On the outside of the kingdom. Read.
For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers.
Them dogs ain't talking about no rough, Lassie and all that. Red 10. It's talking about dogs represent the name that the Israelites call the Gentiles because of their profaneness and because of homosexuality. And that's in the Unger's Bible Dictionary. Look it up for yourself. On the outside of the kingdom, outside of these gates, not coming into the gates, are dogs and sorcerers, read.
And whoremongers.
Whoremongers, read.
And murderers.
Murderers, read.
And idolaters.
Idolaters, read.
And whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
And all you liars, you ain't making it. Because this is what we're dealing with, the truth. The truth is opposite of what? A lie. That's what's going to be outside the kingdom. And that's what we're subject to. The wicked that come out of the womb doing what? Goo goo gaga. You lying. They come out of the womb lying, to tell you in Psalms 58:3. Go back to Daniel's 12th chapter.
Daniel
12 and 6.
Chapter 12, verse 6. And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, how long shall it be to the end of these wonders?
How long is going to be to the end of these wonders? It's like those that were slain for the word of the Most High said, how long, Most High, shall be the end of these wonders? Read.
And I heard the man clothed in linen, which is upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it should be for a times and half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished.
Yeah. So we had to be scattered first. Let them know. before time and times and a half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, the 12 tribes of Israel, all these things shall be finished. Get Deuteronomy 32 and 40. Deuteronomy 32 and 40.
40?
40.
40?
Yes.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 40. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever.
That's right. So he lift up his hand to heaven and say he lived forever. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Read verse 15 first. Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he said, if we don't listen to him, we don't want to be obedient, all these curses are going to come upon us and overtake us. Now, verse 64 from what we was reading in Daniel. Let's read about it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even to the other. And there thou shalt serve other idols, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Right. The Most High scattered us among all nations. That's what you should be saying, besides North, Central, and South American and Caribbean islands, among all nations. Because Israel is scattered among all nations. But people are always looking for something to grab onto and not really hear what's being said. Most of us say, you're going to scatter us among all nations. We're not just over here. We everywhere. That's why when you read in Corinthians, that's the land of Corinth. Who's there? Israelites. Ephesians, who's there? Israelites in the land of Ephesus. Philippians, who's there? Israelites in the land of Philippi and so forth. We scattered everywhere. Get Jeremiah 17:14. 17 and 4. Slucky.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
See, we're going to discontinue from the heritage that the Most High gave us. That's the land of Israel. Read.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Right. So he made us to come and serve in the land which is not our land, for breaking his law, statute, commandments.
Presentation mode is on. Only organizers can be heard.
That's why we're crying, how long, Most High? Because this fire has been kindled a long time. It's been kindled a long time. We're reading in Jeremiah, he's still in captivity. Read verse 5. Just for all you that believe in the tradition of men, and you want to follow man, and put man above Mashiach Yahushua and above the Most High. You might say, glory to the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua, but you're giving all this credit more to man than the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua. Because when you start talking about, show me the Mashiach Yahushua, the volume of the book, can't do it. Then what foundation did you build upon to bring yourself into this truth, to say that you are a disciple or apostle of a Mashiach Yahushua, or one of the prophets? What do you base it on? Since you don't know nothing about him, here, or there, and everywhere, what do you base it upon? He the foundation. What's going to separate you from the love of Mashiach Yahushua? You're going to let man, that's why I say it's taught by the precept of men. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5. Thus saith the Most High Power, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Most High.
That's why you got to be aware, man, because you can get caught up in man as most have done, even in these churches. It's the same thing as being a Hebrew Israelite. They get caught up in men. Men exalt themselves to be all this and that. They, double honors to the elders. We're supposed to give double honors to the elders, but that's it. We give all the honor and glory to the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The Most High name is jealous. This is for all that can hear my voice. His name is jealous. It don't take much for him to get jealous. Shoot, you gonna put some man over him? Yes.
Like my Uncle Carr had broke down this week, and when I got back home from work, he was like, "Yeah, my car broke down the street." First thing he did, get on the phone, call his preacher. I said, "Uncle, you're wrong. You should have went to the Most High first. Then let him work his magic. You got what you wanted, but you went to the preacher first.
Really?
You went straight to man.
Yep. See, you're right, and that's real. That's real, man. The Most High looking at that.
Yeah.
You ain't come to me, but you going to man. What he say? Cursed, and he need to be healed. He need to be healed. You see what I'm saying? It's like what you're telling them is spiritual.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's going to help him. That's the truth, man. I feel you on that, man. Thus said the Most High Power, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Most High. Your mind departed from his mind departed from the Most High, because he said all I got to do is call the pastor. That's why people call me. I'm like, you prayed on it? You calling me about, you want me to pray for something that you didn't pray for? You ain't went to the Most High first? Okay, here it is. Prime example, what he's telling us right here, man. The example he's given, man. This testimony right here. Very important. Got to hear what's being said, man. This is serious, people. Go to Daniel, the 4th chapter. Show you what the Most High do to you. Go to Daniel, the 4th chapter, and read verse 33.
Daniel chapter 4, verse 33. The same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah, the same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar when we was in captivity 70 years under the Babylonians, read.
And he was driven from men.
He was driven from men, read.
And did eat grass as oxen.
Most High made him like an animal, like an oxen. So he ate grass like oxen, read.
And his body was wet with the dew of the heaven.
His body was wet with the dew of heaven, read.
Till his hairs were grown like eagle's feathers.
His hair was grown like eagle's feathers, read.
And his nails like bird's claws.
Most High made his nails grow like claws, come out and go around like claws, read.
And at the end of the days, I Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up mine eyes unto heaven, and mine understanding returned unto me.
See? And at the end of his days, Nebuchadnezzar lifted up his eyes unto heaven, and his understanding returned unto him. Read.
And I blessed the Most High.
And he what?
Blessed the Most High.
That's why you look at these nations that's going into captivity, slavery and bondage, or that's going to be, the world going to be changed over. Like people have such a heinous thought of us ruling the world in righteousness, but would you rather remain in this wickedness, a wicked world? Is that what you're saying? Or you want to remain in this world or be translated and transported into a righteous world where righteousness is going to be ruling and not this wickedness that we're under right now? Yes.
Or under someone. It's under someone.
Yeah. You
They
know?
don't see it because they think like all these nations going to heaven and we're going to all be this rainbow coalition. But
No.
it's got to be over. There ain't going to be no.
Nah. It's not written as such. But you see here, when he came to his thoughts, his understanding, he lifted up his head into the heavens and praised the most high power of who? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
And I praise and honor him that liveth
Hold up, wait
forever.
a minute. Hold up. He said, I praise and honored him. He praised and honored the Most High. But you see what the Most High had to do to him? had him running around like a beast, like an oxen, eating grass, claws, hands are turning to claws, hair done grew like feather, like birds' feathers.
Wow, beast.
What kind of look was this? See what I'm saying? The Most High let us understanding come back in the temple. His understanding returned to him. He said, he blessed the Most High, and I praised and honored him that liveth forever. Read.
Whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation.
His kingdom is from generation to generation. Read.
And all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing.
Wait a minute. What did he say?
And all inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing.
Read.
And he doeth according to his will in the army of heaven.
Let you know. You got to understand this. That army of heaven is who? Them angels. He do it according to his will in the army of heaven. The many angels that he have that work for him. In the army, he do what? Most High, Exodus 15:3, the Most High is a man of war. In war, you have strategies of how you're going to fight. How you going to bring somebody down. That's why he say going to laugh at people. You're going to mock them. Can you imagine him and the angels up there laughing at certain things happening down here up to people? They up there laughing. He said, I'm going to mock when your fear comes. They don't fear him. They ain't afraid of him. They ain't scared of the Most High. People ain't afraid and scared of the Most High. That's why he said they turn to man. Quick, fast, and a hurry. Because they supposed to be religious. But how you going to turn to man before you even pray to the Most High? Read.
And among the inhabitants of the earth, and none can stay his hand, or say unto him, what doest thou?
Hear that? Nobody can stop his hand. Or say to the Most High, what you doing? Who gonna say to the Most High, what you doing? Oh, man. Read on.
At the same time, my reason returned unto me, and for the glory of my kingdom, my honor and brightness returned unto me, and my counselors and my Adawan sought unto me, and I was established in my kingdom, and excellent majesty was added unto me.
Hear that? Excellent majesty was added unto him. What did he do? What did he do? I blessed the Most High. So he blessed the Most High. And he praised and honored him that liveth forever, whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. Verse 37.
Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven, all whose works are true, and his ways judgment, and those that walk in pride he is able to abase.
Read that last part.
And those that walk in pride he is able to abase.
There it is, y'all. He said, those that walk in pride, he is able to bring down. Bring you down. That's why we got to be humble. You see, that's what happened to him. Behind his pride. Most High did that to him. And it can happen to anyone. Daniel 7:25.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 25.
This is our oppressor that we under right now. Read.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
He's going to speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints. We the saints of the Most High. Read.
And think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
Yeah, so approximately around 350 years, 100 years for times and 50 years for the times. I mean, this is when we started to wake up and come back to who we are, our nationality, as the 12 tribes of Israel. But he changed the times. We were given into his hand. Changed the laws. Speaking great words against the Most High. Put himself up to be the Most High. I can't deny that because we have Bibles to show it. His picture's all in them. Not ours, but his picture's all in them. All in them Bibles, man, right? You can't deny that. These are the things that he needs to see. And our people need to see. This is what he done. First Maccabees 3:48. Just for what I said. First Maccabees 3:48.
First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48. And they opened the book of the law, wherein the heathen have sought to paint the likeness of their images.
See? They opened up the book, the Bible, and they sought to paint the likeness of their images. And that's why they have our people all twisted right now, praying, and in their mind they see the so-called white man. Just to get that, you can't deny it because they go against us behind us showing this picture. This picture right here. We show this picture, they have a fit. We say this is garbage. It's this bourgeois family, 5 people in this picture.
Don't step on it.
And point it out to them. They be ready to jump on us about the truth. Gotta go somewhere and put their head in a hole somewhere, man. This is real. Luke 21 and 24.
Luke, chapter 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
So that's what we're waiting on, the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled, y'all. It said we're gonna fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive where? Into all nations. So Israel are captives in all nations, as it is written, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. You got a certain time that their time is going to be fulfilled. And it's done. It's done for them. It's over. It's over.
Now they're trying to reverse everything, trying to clean up the air in the ocean. It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too far gone.
It's too late. Too late. Look at Daniel's 8 and 23.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom.
In the latter time of their kingdom, under the so-called white people or the Edomites, read.
When the transgressors are come to the full.
When the transgressors are come to the full, read.
A king of fierce countenance and understanding dark senses shall stand up.
Oh, yeah. Read.
And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully.
You better hear what he's saying. He's going to destroy wonderfully, read.
And shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
So that's us, the 12 tribes of Israel. In the latter time of their kingdom. In the last days of their kingdom. This is what's going to happen. And we're seeing it now, those that have ears and eyes to see. Read.
And through his policy.
Through his policy. Read.
Also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
All this witchcraft and sorcery and all the different things that he's doing as a serpent, as a snake, causing craft to prosper in his hand to benefit him. Read. And
he shall magnify himself in his heart.
He'll magnify himself with pride in his mind. But we know what it says about that, about what he said about his pride, what his pride profiting him. Read.
And by peace shall destroy many.
And by what?
Peace shall destroy many.
And by peace shall destroy many. You know, he always going to say, we got to bring peace to this land, peace to that land. But he say, but in the end, he shall what?
By peace shall destroy many.
By peace he shall destroy many. Read.
He shall also stand up against the princes.
Yeah, he's going to stand up against a Mashiach Yahushua, read.
But he shall be broken without hands.
That's the end result. He shall be broken without hands. 2 Ezra 13:9. One of my favorites. You know how to do it. He's going to be broken without hand. So what do you mean by broken without hand? Let's see. Let's get an idea. You can read the whole chapter for yourself, but this is what it says. Let's get right to the point. Read.
2 Ezra, chapter 13,
verse 9.
Verse 9.
Done. So you say he's going to break them down without hand. He's going to be broken without hand. Let's see. Read.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword.
So he ain't going to use no hands. Read.
Nor any instrument of war.
Nor any instrument of war. Read.
But only I saw that it sent out of his mouth.
Out of what?
Out of his mouth.
It sent out of his mouth. Read.
As it had been a blast of fire.
A blast of fire coming out of his mouth. Read.
And out of his lips a flaming breath.
A flaming breath coming out of his lips. Read.
And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. Read.
And they were all mixed together.
Not by hands, but by his mouth. They were all mixed together. Read.
The blast of fire.
The blast of fire. Read.
The flaming breath.
The flaming breath. The flaming breath. Read.
And the great tempest.
And the great tempest. Read.
And fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight.
Yeah, every army, navy, marines, and air force that's preparing themselves to fight a Mashiach Yahushua. Read.
And burned them up.
What he gonna do?
Burn them up.
Mashiach Yahushua gonna do what?
Burn them up.
Said he burned them up. Read.
Everyone.
How many?
Everyone.
Every last soldier that's coming up against him. You better hear what he's saying. Everyone. Read.
So that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude.
So this multitude of army, navy, marines, and air forces of all the nations of the world, of these Gentile nations, to fight a Mashiach Yahushua upon this great multitude, innumerable number, to try and keep this wicked kingdoms going. Read.
Nothing was to be perceived.
Nothing going to be perceived. He say he burned them up, every one. That's going to be perceived, but what?
But only dust and the smell of smoke.
Only dust and the smell of smoke. That's for all they're coming against the Mashiach Yahushua. He's going to burn them up. They're going to be up but dust and smell of smoke. So y'all better see where you're going to be at. Hopefully you're going to be on the right side. Luke 4:4. That's where they get their power from. Luke 4:4.
Luke chapter 4, verse 4.
All these things got to be fulfilled, read.
And the Mashiach answered him, saying, It is written, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of the Most High.
That's right. It is written where? In the law. So this is how he rebuking Satan. So all you pork chop eating preachers out there say we ain't under the law. What is he using to rebuke Satan, the devil? The law, as it is written where? In the law. In the law. Get it, Deuteronomy 8:3. This is what he's using. The law. But you ain't under the law. So how you going to rebuke Satan, people? All you that go to they've been to cemetery schools and got people going back following you going to cemetery schools. And I say that because you're coming out dead. You're not coming out alive. You're coming out dead because you don't know the scriptures. You don't know the word of the Most High. You ain't been called to bring forth this truth. And you need to sit your butt down somewhere and learn. And start teaching your congregation the right way, the proper way. This is what he said, read. This is what he's quoting. As it is written. Where is it written at? It ain't written in the New Testament. As it is written, that's in the Old Testament. Let's see where it's written. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 3.
Right.
And he humbled thee, and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doeth not live by bread alone.
This is what he said, as it is written. This is what he's quoting, the law against the devil. Y'all better understand this. As much as you can, hear this. Man does not live by bread alone. Only, read.
But by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High doeth man live.
You better live by the word of the Most High. Going back to Luke 4, verse 5.
Luke chapter 4, verse 5. And the devil, taking him up into an high mountain, showed unto him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time.
So the devil took him up to a high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world, including this kingdoms that we're in now, scattered among these nations. 2015. Read.
And the devil said unto him, all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will, I give it.
So the Most High done gave the power to Satan to give it to whomever he will. Read. Condition though. Read.
If thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be done.
Read it again.
If thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be done.
So he showed him all the kingdoms that come in the world from that time on to the end. But the condition was, if you want to rule in these kingdoms, what did he say?
If thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be done.
One more time for understanding.
If thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be done.
So people are worshiping Satan. A lot of people worshiping Satan, and you think they're worshiping the Most High. When you see all these benefits coming to him, he said, if thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be thine. He showed him all the glories of the kingdom. That's the money, the people, exaltation, everything you want shall be thine if you worship Satan, he said.
So do you think when these people be like, oh, I want to thank God, you think that's a mockery?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean when they you know they dealing with Satan? Yeah, don't know this.
I want to thank God.
But that's what they're talking about. Satan. Satan is their God. Just like money. The money say what? In God we trust. What's that? Gold, oil, and drugs. I mean, you know, they saying in God we trust. I mean, they want to thank God. Who are they talking about? They ain't talking about the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, else they'd be knowing that they're Israelites. So they'll know their nationality, who they are, and what the judgment is, and what the Most High feel about other nations, and how he feel about his chosen people. He say, Jacob have I loved, you see. They will be bringing forth something to show forth. That's why when you know the truth, you can listen. You say, okay, well, they off one way or another. You know what I mean? You know they off. Just listening. Listen, our responsibility. You got to listen very well. You listen to it like you say, I want to thank God. What are they talking about? First thing they say, they start naming them names. I want to thank God. First thing I want to do is thank God. I want to thank my producer. Thank this. That's God. Really? Who they trust in? Man. How they going to trust in the Most High and they don't believe in the Most High? How you trust in somebody that you don't believe in? It's your imagination. You have created your own power. When you say, well, show me him in the Bible. This is where he's at. Where is he at otherwise? In your imagination. You see what I'm saying? But you can't